It's time for the It Can Only Be the Luke Howard Show Live! Thank you! Thank you very much! Thank you! Another show, another day, blimey, Thursday already. It's the 21st of May, 2020. Lovely to have you all here, it really, really is. Me, the one and the only Luke Howard, every day, not Sundays. Monday to Saturday, 10 till 10:45. Live on Tuesdays, but recorded Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. And still comes out around 10ish. It's so lovely to have your company on this, another glorious day. It's going to be another sunny day. And, it's a beautiful, beautiful day once again. It's going to get really hot all this week, and I hope you're enjoying it. You're sitting in your back gardens, relaxing. You could be sunbathing. You could be doing whatever. Whatever you're doing, I hope your day is starting off very, very well. You could be cooking a big breakfast, for instance. Or some of you could even be working from home, maybe. Or maybe your kids are working from home. Whatever you're doing, do get in touch with the show to let us know what you're doing. 07593 847 105 is the number to text or call. If you are texting, I would suggest by starting with the word talk and your name and where you're from. And we'll give you a big mention on the show. Now, yesterday, before I forget, I'll get to that in a minute. I'll get to this little thing in a minute. But first, you can also ring that number, or you can find us on Instagram at the Luke Howard fan page, or Hotmail, or you can get in touch via Hotmail, which is GaryJHoward68@hotmail.com. Drop us an email, we'd love to hear from you. Or there's another email, 345457@student.ac.uk. And you can also use hashtags, hashtag Luke Howard, or hashtag Luke Howard Show, or hashtag stay at home and listen to the Luke Howard Show. We'd love to hear from you. Love to hear from you. Do get in touch. Now, speaking of people who've got in touch with us, somebody did get in touch with me yesterday. Now, I'll tell you who it was. Her name is Judith. And I know her very, very well. They own the Folly Tea Rooms in Holt. Ever such a lovely place to go. It's in Norfolk, and we go there all the time. They've got a lovely shop there called the Folly. They're ever so friendly. So when they do open up, which shall be quite a way yet, but I think they're saying 2 weeks' time, something like that, 1st of June, I'm not sure. But do go up there because it is a very nice shop. Got lots of great things. Once this is all over, please don't go up there now, but go up there when it's all over. Very nice tea shop, and lovely ladies who own it. So Judith and the whole team at the Folly, I shall be giving her a little phone call today to see how she is. Okay, let's talk about transport now. Let's start off with talking about what's in the papers. Now, I want to talk about transport, public transport, drivers stream into cities. So we are even, bringing in volunteers to remind people that we don't want to see platforms crowded. Now, commuters were advised to avoid public transport if possible. Yes, if possible. But people are not listening to the full rules. I know a lot of people aren't listening to it. I know they're not. There's a whole tube train in London. I believe it's the Central Line or the Piccadilly Line. I don't know because I don't travel on public transport. I do travel on a bus, but I do not travel on underground. Because for a start, I don't even live in London. I live in Hertfordshire, and I don't live anywhere near London. We haven't got an underground. It's just a little town. You know, we're in the middle of the country. We're in the middle of nowhere. We haven't got any trains around here. No trains. We've got nothing like that around here. We're just little buses that comes like one every 2 hours or one every hour. So I don't really know very much about the underground. I don't really know very much about it because I don't travel. I don't travel in London. Don't even live in London. Thank God. Ooh, say that. Sorry, London viewers. I know London's a beautiful, beautiful place. I should be saying that London's a lovely, lovely place. Beautiful, lovely, lovely place. So I don't travel there. I don't live in London. As I said, I live in Hertfordshire, which is a county just outside of, literally just a stone outside of London. It's great to visit. Lovely county. Got some great towns in this county, I'll tell you. Absolutely beautiful. But as I say, I am getting carried away on myself. I am getting off the track a bit. I'm talking about something else, but it's just outside. I live just outside of London in a little town, which is very nice. I live in Hertfordshire, as I said. So that's the third time I've said that now. I shouldn't keep saying too much. But I'm going back to this transport. This is what I think. I know there are lots of people travelling on transport, and I know that it's been very hard for a lot of people at this time. But if you are key workers and you are going on public transport, may I suggest that you should stand 2 metres distance apart from other people? Because, to be honest with you, you don't want to be cramped up on an underground with all people, you know, with headphones on and all that stuff. I mean, police have even been standing on under an undergrounds, and I'm sure, like you've seen it out there as well, as I'm saying in this introduction. Lots of people have been. Lots of policemen and women, of course, have been standing on trains and of course, London tubes. You see, again, I don't travel on the trains or the tubes, so I don't know what it's like. I do get on the bus, but obviously I do this show from my bedroom, and I always have done. I've always done it from my bedroom desk, and so I don't travel at the moment, so I don't actually know how it feels like to actually be on London Underground at this very moment. I bet it must feel very tight with lots of people standing around you. They should all be at home, self-isolating, not out on trains. They shouldn't be at all. They shouldn't be doing it at all. So, the TfL spokesman has said that if public transport is the only incentive than people travel outside the busiest times, of course, peak. I actually thought that no one's working at this moment. I didn't actually know that everyone's going on trains and making a fool of themselves. But they also added that Londoners who can work from home should continue to do so. RMT General Secretary Mick Cash, he's told the union was monitoring the situation across services and will discuss any appropriate action with other local reps. Now, Asia's Finn Breeman has said it is really distressing to see the pictures of packed tube trains this morning, and so many people are not wearing masks. They're not wearing masks. I mean, what's the point of wearing a mask anyway? It doesn't even help anyway. So, and I've said that on this show before. You know, it doesn't actually help. I mean, a lot of people have said to me, look, do not wear, friends and family and people I chat to, say, look, do not wear a mask because it just doesn't help. It does not help. Do not wear them. Because people have said it does, and people have said it doesn't. But apparently it does not help. So, but people have gone back to beaches now, haven't they? Beaches have started to get packed. Golf clubs have gone back as well. When I play golf, but I've played golf for about 2 years now. So I don't really know what's it been like at the moment. But police in England have been told that they have no powers to make people, well, obey the 2 metre social distance. Well, I don't really think a lot of people are taking notice of it. I know a lot of people are taking notice of it, but I'm sure a lot of people aren't taking notice of it. Do you think people are taking notice of it? I mean, it's quite hard to say if people are taking notice of it or not. But do you think they are? Very hard, isn't it? Very hard to see, you know, if they are doing it and if they're not, because you can maybe say to somebody, like when I'm in the street, like yesterday I was standing outside a fish and chip shop waiting for an order of fish and chips, and some a man came up to me and said, excuse me, can I come past? See, which is the best thing to say, a lot of people say to me, like, my dad goes into a supermarket and they're all queuing up, people are all queuing up along the queues, and people say to me, the amount of people I get saying to me though, are you in the queue? Are you in the queue? I must get people to say that to me 8 times. So many people ask me the same thing over again. Are you in the queue? Are you in the queue? Look, I'm in the queue. I'm waiting for my dad to come out the shop. So I have to keep saying it over and over again. If you're not in the queue, you stand to one side and you wait for your one family member to come out the shop. If you are in the queue, then stand in the queue and then just go in when you want, really. But with me, I just stand outside the shop and wait for my dad to come out, to be honest with you, which is the best thing to do. So, referring to England, the notice confirms that people can go to garden centres now, sports facilities, the countryside parks to view properties or to meet a member of another household in public. But gatherings of 3 or more people from different households are not allowed. Yes, you heard me, are not allowed. And responsible excuses do not include going on holiday and staying at second homes or visiting friends and family, except to protect or care for a vulnerable person, like we do, like on Nan and Grandad, of course. So enforcement should be the last resort after the freeze in Asia explaining courage. Now, like I said on the show the other day about schools going back, you know, and I have said this loads of times, how are they going to cope with social distancing? They're not going to have school meals because there's no point, so they have to all bring a packed lunch in. But who's going to pick them all up from school? Like I said when I interviewed Piers Bloomfield on the show the other day, I mean, we had him on the show the other day. And he also said, yeah, exactly, who's going to pick them up? I mean, who is going to pick up school kids and look after them and feed them dinner and all of that? It's very hard. You have your bad sides about this and you have your good sides about this. The bad sides about this is what I've just said in this introduction, and the good sides about this is that, well, I don't really think there is any good sides about this, really, is there? But there are good sides and bad sides. So, people, there are good sides and bad sides. So let's talk about golfers, because I do play golf, and tennis players. I don't play tennis, but I know I play a lot of golf. And they've all returned to their favourite pastimes the other day. And sports clubs were allowed to open for the first time since March, on condition social distancing rules were obeyed. Golf fans were urged to play along, or, well, with one another, or their parents or friends, or golf fans, yeah, as I said, alone. They have to play alone or with one other person, and told not to touch flags at each hole. So Jeremy Tomlinson of ruling body England Golf said that there had been a real excitement from players. He added the hours since lockdown easing was announced and have been hectic, really hectic. Now the Anglian Trust, which I know very well, urged anglers not to share a tackle and to sit about 50 metres apart. Meanwhile, the Lawn Tennis Association has advised against games of doubles unless all players belong to some same households. I mean, let's talk about social distancing, because I do find it a bit hard. I mean, went to my college yesterday to go and pick up some stuff. I just went in to pick up some things, a laptop and a charger and a few bits and bobs. And it was quite hard for me to do social distancing. I have to have my mum and my dad pulling me back, because it is quite hard, okay? A lot of people do find it hard, and a lot of people find it easy. I mean, like youngsters, like in their teens or something, who go out and meet their friends, they don't find it very hard, do they? Because I was chatting to a friend the other day, and he said to me, I've been going out to see a friend, and, it's hard. A lot of people have been finding it very, very hard. And, like myself, of course, I mean, we all find it hard. Have we got time to talk about the rest of these stories? I'm sure we have, because I've been rattling on for about nearly 15 minutes now about this other story. Okay, let's move on, okay? Let's move on. So, 2 angels are taken. So tributes have been paid to a midwife and a mental health nurse, all in the same NHS trust, who both died after treatment for COVID-19. Now, Safer Alam, 30, started her career as a nurse before training as a midwife at Birmingham Women's Hospital, where she was described as a true role model, known for her compassion. Lillian Madrussi, 41, and much loved senior mental health nurse, she also died this week. So the Birmingham Women's and Children's NHS Foundation Trust, they said that Rachel Carter, the Trust head of midwifery, said that Safa was loved by all of us here at the Birmingham Women's, and not only was the generous with her time, approachable, and it was extremely hard-working, she said, a true role model, but she was also a dear friend, and she glued to our team, and to watch Safa work was inspiring, and she actually provided women, babies and families with exceptional care, and she did this with the greatest level of compassion. Now, this was putting everyone she worked with at ease, and her memories of Safer will always be cherished. And she said it will gratefully miss her strength and positive outlook on life. She said Trust Chief Executive Sarah Jane Marsh, she held Mrs. Mudgley, and she was saying that Lillian was a much loved member of the forward thinking, vibrant, and she was bright approach, and she touched and she lives of everyone. Now, if any of you out there have got nothing to do at the moment, I must say something, okay? You must do yoga. I mean, I've taken up yoga now. It's such a good thing to do, and I haven't said this all week. I've kept this a secret all week, and I finally just let it out of the bag now, haven't I? I've taken up yoga. So do yoga. It's absolutely amazing. I follow Yogi T online, and you can do that. Just visit www.yogitea.com